G'day and welcome to Bedroll Gaming and 7 Days to Die. This is a apocalyptic zombie killing survival base building, you name it, multiplayer, single player, co-op game. Alright, what we are doing, we are going to just show and explore a little bit on this game. Now this is a game that I play extensively, multiplayer, generally with many of the guys from Bedroll Gaming's channel. Particularly JJ, Feed Guy, a few of those guys. So we're just going to share the experience. Now, those other guys may also come and join us in this experience as well at various times, but we are going to play through it. Now, I do have some mods loaded just for quality of life, but we'll see how that all pans out. So, what are we going to do? Well, first off, we've got a few basic things we have to do, which the game sort of teases you through starting up and all that sort of stuff. And then we're going to talk through it and just explore and see how long it takes for us to die, because we will die. It's a given. I don't imagine that many people would actually get through here without dying. Some probably do, and it's part of the challenge of it as well. Now, we're not on the hardest difficulty at all. We're not on the easiest. We have modified the game just a little bit. Normally it's 7 days to die, so at the end of 7 days, on the 7th night, you will get a blood moon and you get all these extra rampant zombies come out and attack you and try and kill you, and they hunt you down, all that sort of stuff. We've set ours to 9 days, plus or minus 3 days. So it could be 9 days, could be 10, 11, 12 days. We won't know till the day actually arrives. We're going to give that a go. And we are just going to head on out and see how things go. So let's talk about the interface. Bottom left-hand side is our health, our sprint, our resources, our clothing bonus, and our status indicators. Like, it'll come up and tell us if we're hungry, if we're thirsty, if we're infected, all that sort of good stuff. Up the top in the middle we have our compass, also the day and the time that it is. So it's currently day 1 times 0735. Down the middle in the bottom we have our toolbar. So that is where we put all our weapons and things like that, things we want to use and have ready access to, which is coincides with the 1 through the 8 number key on the keyboard. And then we have our inventory and all that, which is accessible via the tab key when I get rid of these precursor text boxes. So if I press the tab key, here's our inventory. Now we are using mods, like I said, we are using an extended inventory mod. Yeah, a bit cheaty, but it's okay. Over here is where we do all our crafting. So these are all things we can craft ourselves once we get the required or requisite materials, and also the schematics or the recipes to make them. Up here we have, so that's our crafting tab, we have our character tab, which goes through, tells our character, our clothing and all that we have fitted on, so we can actually append and change all that. There is our stats and also our further stats in relation to the game. So we are level 1. We have our map. Now the map will only show what we've explored. So as you can see, we've got a big map, but there's nothing to explore because we haven't been anywhere yet. Up here, let's just track waypoints, all that sort of stuff. We don't need to worry about that too much. And in here, this is our skills. So as per when we level up, we get XP for killing and making things and digging up minerals and stuff like that. We will then get a set of points to set against our skills. Now we also have another mod which gives us 3 points for every one, but that's what we're going to use. Now we have main attributes. So we have perception, we have strength, we have fortitude, we have agility, and we have intellect. Now all these then have sub perks which have other tasks that we can actually increase and better our character or our skill set. So for instance, this one here, we can carry more stuff, the pack mule, or with this one here, we can do better damage with shotguns, for instance, all that sort of stuff. And we have to apply those skills to those. Now we also, at the same time, to get the higher level of the skills, we also need to increase our primary attribute as well to go further up in that chain of skills. All right. Alongside that as well, there are also books we can earn or find. And those books give us further skills as well. So for instance, we talked about the shotgun. So the Shotgun Messiah set of books, there's 7 books, and each of these volumes will do an extra bit of damage or extra skills or whatever else. So for instance, volume 1, your shotguns will do 10% more damage. As soon as you find the book and you read it, that's what it'll give you. Once you've got all 7 of the books, You then get a further ability increase, which is you can one-shot most wood blocks, bulk craft all shotgun ammo. So finding the books is a very, very good thing. It does take a long period of time though, unless you're really, really lucky or unless you're cheap. Anyway, what else we got? We have quests. We do have some quests to do. So at the moment we're doing basic survival. You can also get quests from the traders and stuff like that. I've never really done much in the way of quests. We'll probably do some of those just for the sake of giving us something to do as well. And then over here we have players. So at the moment there's only me playing. If JJ or anyone else was to join us at some period of time, they would show up in here as well. Right. So without further ado, let's get going. So gather plant fibers. Now we're in a bit of a snowy area here, so we're going to be quite cold quite quickly. Anyway, that's okay. That's just what we've got. We've got to deal with it. So we're going to pick up some stone. We're going to pick up some fiber. So the fiber is just picking up these plants. So all we have to do is just left click and we can pick up some plant fiber. Now, obviously I've got the advantage of knowing what's coming up and all that sort of stuff to a point, but everything else is randomly generated. Now, the map is a pre-generated map. I say it's randomly generated. It's a pre-generated map made by the game makers. But I haven't played on this particular pre-generated map. In fact, I've only played on one or two of them extensively. We generally create our own. So we don't know what's where or whatever else, and we don't know where we've landed in the world. So we just got to sort of take it as it comes. Right. So what are we doing? We're collecting all these fibers. There we go. There's a book. Straight off. Pistol Pete, Volume 1. How good's that? All right. We'll take the other stuff as well. Yeah, so we don't know where we are in the world. So what we have to do is we have to start prepping and building and all that sort of stuff. So there's a bird's nest. Now, the bird's nest will give us feathers and also eggs, and we're lucky to get both in this one. And that's used for cooking, obviously, with the eggs. And then the feathers are used for making... Oh, there's another book. Look at this. JJ, we've never seen this. All right. Anyway, I'm excited. Right, so we got that. Now, I have to craft the bedroll and place a bedroll. Now, the bedroll. Let's talk about the bedroll. This is one of the things that I always forget to do, and that's putting my bedroll down. Now, the bedroll, basically, as I said, you'll spawn randomly in the world, and that's what we've done now. If you don't put a bedroll down, that's what you'll do. You'll spawn randomly. If you have a bedroll down, though, you have the option to spawn at your bedroll. Now, basically, what you'll do is you'll set up a base, you'll put a bedroll down, and then the idea being is if you die in the world, and you will die, then you can spawn on your bedroll and you're actually in somewhere relatively safe. Now the other thing is too, when you die with the base game, there's a couple of different things that can happen. Depends on the settings, as I'm not picking up the fibers there at all. You can die and lose everything. So that you would lose everything outside of your on your belt, and you would lose everything that's in your inventory. So all the stuff that's in my inventory at the moment would be lost as well. Or you can have it set that you just lose your inventory, or you can have it set that you don't lose anything. Now, in this gameplay, we've got it set to lose your inventory. Now, in saying about losing the inventory, that's not really the case at all, because what happens is, unless you get a problem with the game or it falls through the world, which has happened on occasions, your bag will drop at the location that you died. And then up the top in the HUD, there'll be a little blue bag indicator. And that is where your bag is in relation to where you are currently. And what you can then do is you can, depending on how far you're away, you can then run over to that and go pick up your bag and get all your stuff back. Which is very, very important. I'm not going to go in that shed because I don't know what's in there. So yeah, so that's what we've got to do. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to craft our bedroll. So in here in our crafting section, there's the bedroll. So I just highlight that. We have the option to either craft it or make it a favorite. We can craft 1 or 2. Now with these buttons here, we can increase or decrease by a factor of 1, or we can craft here as many as we've got in our inventory. So for here, I could make 4 bedrolls. So if I had 3 other players with us, for instance, and I had all that, I could quite happily make the 4 bedrolls for all of us in the group. We're not going to do that, so I can either click on it with my mouse button, or I can just press a shortcut key being W. And down here is our queue for stuff that we're building. So I can build up to 4 things at once, or have 4 things queued up. 1 that's actually being actively built, and another 3 items queued up. And there's our bedroll. All right, so we're going to bring the bedroll then down to our tool belt here, and then we go 8, left click to rotate, and right click to place. Right, so now my bedroll is placed. I now have on the HUD an indicator to say where my bedroll is. So if I'm out in the world and I want to come back to my bedroll, I can use that to give me directions directly back to it. And then I can come back and be safe at my bedroll. All right, now, next part, craft a stone axe. So we're just going to go through and fly through this very quickly. Stone axe, W to craft. Right, that'll be done. We're just going to collect a few other little things while we're here. I'm going to pick up my bedroll as well. I'm just going to go to there like that. Right, so we've got the bedroll done. We've got that done. Now it's telling us we've got to make some fiber pants and a fiber shirt. So we're going to make those. Good, well done. All right, we're just going to come over here, pick up that. We'll come over here close. We're just not going to go inside the building yet. Collect all that. That's very good. Anything in the trash can? Let's have a look. No, nothing in the trash. I don't know what's going to be in the building. There could be zombies. There might not be too. So we'll find out in a second. Right, nothing there. Another stone. We'll pick that up. Nothing else there. A bit of rubbish here. What's in here? Might be lucky to find another book. No, nothing there. Right. So now we've got to wear the pants and the shirt. So we're going to go there. So we, as you can see here with items of clothing, we have options of wear, modify, scrap, or drop. Obviously, if I wear it, I'm going to wear it. If I modify it, I've got the option to modify. So this is where we can put cosmetic and modifiers. So we may pick up things like extra pack space or thermal insulation or whatever else. For weapons, it'll be things like scopes and adjustments or modifications to shotguns, things like that. We don't have to worry about that for the moment though. So what we're going to do is we are going to wear these. Scrapping is obviously going to scrap it down, and it'll scrap it down to whatever its resources is going to give you, and then you can drop it, so you can drop it to the ground. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to wear it. So we're just going to W for wear and W for wear. Now, if we come over to our character, we come back over here, you can see that we're wearing our wonderfully fashionable linen pants and shirt. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? Anyway, all right, all well and good. Now we've got to gather some wood. Right, we're going to gather some more wood. Let's gather some wood. Now, we can do one of two things. We can find some wood. Is there any wood? No wood. There isn't any wood. Because we're in the frozen tundra. Oh, there's some wood there. Wood. Right, there's some wood. There's some more wood. Right, and it doesn't hurt us to pick up more and more of this stuff, as in the stones and the wood, because we're going to use it especially early on, because we haven't got any high-end materials. We haven't got any high-end schematics. So everything is very basic and rudimentary at the moment. So I've got to build my first couple of tools. We're going to be building the wooden club. We're going to be building the wooden axe. In fact, I built the wooden axe, didn't I? All right, let's get these nests. Hopefully I'm going to get some eggs with it so I can do some cooking and get some eggs. There's another egg. Right, let's have a look. What have I got? There's my stone axe. Right, so we will actually go through and have a look at this. Right, so now I've got number one equipped, which is my stone axe. I can come in here and I can chop down trees. So that tree's got 900 wood associated with it. And in chopping that down, I end up getting 110 wood. Okay. I also got, while we're talking about it, I also got a couple of spruce seeds. So I can then plant more trees. So around your base, you can cut down trees and then you can build more trees. Okay. Now there goes a little, what was that, a deer. Now we've got to hunt those sort of things as well, because we've got to get food. We've got to get raw meat. So I'm going to craft the wooden club next. Okay. Talking a lot. Not much action. That's all right. This is just the early phases. And I really don't want to find too many zombies out here, because in the frozen waste, they are big zombies and they hurt and they're hard to put down, especially very early on. So I'm quite happy not to find any zombies at the moment. What we might do is we might just see if we can get in here and see if there are any zombies in here for a start. Run in and run out. Oh, there is one. Righto. So, we're going to bring the club down here. Order, and that there. Right. Let's see how we go. I am useless going hand-to-hand combat. I die quite regularly, which many of the others will be able to attest. But hopefully, there we go. One kill. Right. Dead. And I've got 826 XP, which you can see at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Now, this is typical of a building. You come into the building and then you've got to go around here and you've got to loot things out of it. So we're going to come over here. Search the water cooler bottle. Right. Oh, there we go. Pure mineral water. Bonus. That is really, really handy to have. Now, there's another zombie there asleep. Right. So. Oh, no point sneaking up on it now. Now, if you can hit him on the head, you'll do more damage. Supposedly, and kill them quicker. Now, it doesn't always happen that way. Ask JJ. Anyway, we've killed another zombie. So we've killed 2 zombies. Yay for us. Right, beverage cooler, untouched. Right, there we go. So that had some water and also an empty jar. Now, the empty jar, that will be used later on when we find some water, so a river or a creek or whatever else, or a water tank, and we can fill that up with water, which will then give us murky water. And then what we can do is we can boil that water and make it into drinkable water, because at the moment that water is not very drinkable. Right, so what we're going to do is there's a crate there, and use the axe to open it up, and then once we get to that point we can then open the box, and we've got an iron shovel. Excellent. We've got a headlight, which is used later on, and we've got a sledgehammer. Don't really use those too much, but we'll take it anyway. Motor tool parts are very important. Steel armor parts I don't tend to use, so don't worry about those too much. Right, another working stiff box there. We're going to empty that out. And, oh, excellent. So we've got an iron fire axe and we've got an iron pickaxe. That is excellent to start with. It really, really is. Right, so we're going to have the iron axe to replace that. Now we're not going to throw the stone axe away yet. Now the reason for that being is that, now that's just a general message, don't need. I'm going to put that in there like that. Don't need that at the moment. Right. So yeah, the reason I'm not going to throw them out is because if we use up, so every time you use these weapons, as you can see down here on the toolbar, their use dissipates, so as in their health of the actual weapon, or the status or the usability decreases, and in that way you have to repair it. So it'll actually expire fully. You'll break it, and you have to repair it. So at the moment we don't have any repair kits to repair, or any iron or anything to repair the iron tools. So we just need to be a little bit more careful. Right. So now what we're going to do is we've got to craft a primitive bow and arrows. So let's get that going. Now with the arrows, again, we can craft one or we can craft many. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to craft 20. There we go. Craft. So it's going to busily go away and craft 20 arrows. Right. Now there was a zombie down there. Now they're the zombies we want to avoid. Right. Now we've got to start a base. I'm just going to come over here, over this ridge, make sure there's nothing over here. Nothing there that I can see. Now we do want to get into, now there's green trees over there, and that would mean that would be the end of the snowy area. There's some warm tundra over there, or some temperate area. So we're going to head on over there, because I don't like getting frozen toes because I've got no shoes on. Right, so we're going to head on over. We'll collect things as we go. More feathers. Now, shift is to sprint. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but shifting is sprinting. So we're going to sprint. And again, we're going to grab that. My bird's nest. More rubbish, which is empty. We're going to run away so that zombie doesn't see us. Another zombie down there. We don't want to go to that. House over here. We might go and check this house out. Lots of bird's nests here, which is good. Because until we actually get a weapon where we can actually go and chase a deer, which is either the more advanced bow or a weapon of some sort, a gun, they're pretty hard to get. So certainly not something you chase after with an axe. So we're just going to collect as much of this stuff as we possibly can. And right, so there's obviously something in there. Right, let's have a look. Right. Is he upstairs? Sounds like he's upstairs. And he's coming in through there. No, I'm not going to play with him. Don't play with him. We're going to run. Oh, there's a great big wolf over there. We don't want to play with that either. Trust me. There he is. He's come out. Right. Well, let's just take a bow and arrow. No, the big guy's after me. I don't want to play with the big guy. Leave me be, he says as he runs away and picks up some eggs. Hopefully. Right. Right, let's see if we can play with him now. Now, what we have to do is have to make sure we remember to collect our arrows. Because we haven't got a finite supply of them, for sure. Come on. Walking backwards, I'm probably going to run into either another wolf or another zombie. Would be my luck. Shoot him in the back of the bum. Now, obviously, if I could also time it and shoot him in the head, that would be better. And there we go. See, I told you, I've got another one coming at me. Now, I really do need to collect those arrows. Right, now we run away from him. Right. Now, the wolf was around here somewhere. I don't want to run into the wolf. I think we're just going to run away from them all together and see if we can get to some warm area. Zombie there. Now the wolf was down there somewhere. Green over there, green over there. Well, click that. Right, off we go. Now, I could go in this building here, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to skip that. I'll cheekily see what's in the car. Right, nothing much there. Right, so those coins, the dukes, they're used as coins, as currency in this game. We will also find US dollars. They are of no use whatsoever other than either trading in or using as paper to make bullets. So they've got a new currency in this new world order, so to speak, after the apocalypse. And that's what we're going to have to look at using. Now, also they can be broken down into brass. Now, brass is going to be a much needed commodity, particularly in making bullets. And that's why we basically have to collect as much as stuff as we go, so as we can make all this stuff once we start setting up our base. All right, another zombie there. Right, we're going to try and take him out because it is some valuable XP. We just don't want to die doing it. Reposition. You don't want to run into another zombie we haven't seen before. Now, there will also be a chance to upgrade our arrows and everything as well. Come on, 2 arrows left. Jeez, I didn't think he was ever going to die. Right. Right, and we didn't get all our arrows back either. Right, anyway. So this is why we have to be careful, because now we've only got, 3 arrows left. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some stone. And how many arrows can I make? Can I make any more? 13. Let's make some more arrows. Right, now I do have to craft a wood block frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and get some wood. And to make that nice and quick, we're going to use our big iron axe. being aware that there's a zombie over there. Right, there we go. So, here we go. So we're coming out of the frozen tundra area. Pick up stone. Feathers. Right, we don't really want to go in here. I want to find a smallish building to set up our base. Oh, army base. Now, these army bases are very, very good. But they're very, very dangerous. I'm not going to go in there. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to. Right, I'm going to go down through here, see what else we can find. Another army base there. What's over in here? I don't mind the farm barns too much. Another army base. There's a zombie just got blown up by a mine. So all this area here we'll end up exploring. I just want to find a nice little starter place. And I need to do it, by the way, before it gets to dark, because once it gets dark, the zombies are a little bit more active. They tend to do a little bit more damage. They run a little bit quicker. Dell's Cafe. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Alright, I don't want you. Paper mill. I really want to get into here because it's like there's a good base initially. Another zombie there. Come around here, see if we can get in through this side. Right. Gonna loot him. Well, in fact, because of the time, I think we might leave it there. Let's see if there's bloody wolf over there. Don't want that. Don't want any part of him whatsoever. Right, I think we might use this place here as our base in the interim. But we'll come back to that in the next episode because we are almost at time and we'll be fine. That's what we'll do. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack open this place in the next episode and we're going to see if we can clear out the laundry and hopefully we can make that our base moving forward. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this. This is 7 Days to Die. It is a wonderful, fun game. And if you are interested in joining up with us and playing, then come and let me know over in our Discord channel. Details are down below. And you can come on and have a bit of a game with us as well, whether it be this one online with the Let's Play or other group play we do as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to press that like button. Don't forget to press that subscribe button as well. And if you're pressing that subscribe button because you're not already a subscriber, and you should do, then make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well so you're made aware of when more videos like this are available on the channel. So until next time, take care of yourselves, avoid the zombies, and we'll see you again very, very soon at Duck Sorely Gaming. See you later. Bye.